Hello, my crafty friends. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel, Turquoise Dreaming. This is Sheree, and I'm here today to do a flip through of this finished vintage journal. So, yeah, I've got a little goodie pack here, and yep, I'll show you that in a minute. It's just some things, a couple things, not a big deal, but yeah, this one turned out so pretty. It was an old grungy kind of, I'm going to call it grungy because of the back, and I'll show you that in a second just as a reminder in case you haven't seen it yet. But I've got a little button closure here, and I'll show you how it opens. But we put this trim on together, and here's the fabric. I've got this pretty tassel. Oops, getting cooked on there. Yeah, pretty tassel. Try to coordinate the colors with the cover quite a bit. So lots of pretty colors in there and different fibers. And yeah, so it coordinates, but you can take these apart and redo them if there's something that you don't like or something you want to add. Or you can take them apart and use the different ribbons and trims and things on your own creations or in the journal or wherever, making tags and things. So here's the back. I have the trim on here too, and you can see the fabric wraps around here. And the grungy part, I guess the back cover was actually a little more grungy than or shows a little bit more wear than the front. So as you can see, I'm just going to show you how it is. You know what I mean? It's just how it was when I got it. I, of course, clean the books, but delicately clean them so I don't, take off any color, or if it's like fabric covered or even paper covered, I don't want to make a hole in anything. So yeah, part looks great down here. It looks like it's a little damaged in some way, but it is what it is. I think it's beautiful, charming just the way it is. So let's go inside. So it just opens like this. So you can open it like just stretch this over the button like that, or let me show you another way to do it. If you have it laid down, you can always go like this. Just push this cover down and it makes it loose. And there you go. Either or. Here's the beads I have. This is an elastic string. And here's the beads I have on here. These are there's a couple glass ones. This one's glass. This one's not glass. These two are more plastic, I guess. This one, yeah, that feels glass. And this is plastic. I mean, plastic, and this is plastic. Anyway, I just randomly picked them out of one of my bead boxes. So I think those are pretty. Anyway, I left the original, if you remember, I left the original inside here because I just love that chart, sign in chart or whatever, sign out for the book being used during the year at a school in Broward County, Florida, where I'm from actually, and I got it here in North Carolina. Go figure. 1941, it says right there. I put this little strip of scrapbook paper over this button is held on by a screw that I have to hammer in. These are actually buttons that, these are not from jeans. These are for crafting, or these are the type of buttons you will have on a pair of jeans that has a button on the top, or maybe buttons by the zipper part or whatever. And they have a metal screw that goes in the back. Anyway, I have to hammer that in, so it has a little backing thing here. Some of them I've left and some of them I covered. This one I felt like I needed to cover it. So I have this little pretty strip of the Tim Holtz paper that I used in here covering that. So each signature is covered with Tim Holtz scrapbook paper, and it's cardstock, so to protect the inside pages. And I have this clipped here. I have quite a few things clipped in, so you can put them where you want. But that's a pretty butterfly kind of print. Beautiful butterflies and moths on there. Probably most of those are moths. Probably all of them are moths now that I look at it. But very beautiful. Pocket here. And in here I have one of my book page tags where I've sewn fabric on the top, and these have, or at least this one has, piano roll paper on the back. And then we have a little drawing card just made out of scraps, front and back. This is a little booklet, a little scrappy booklet that you can, it's just held together by staples, so you can use it as is, or you can take it apart and use all the little pieces as you wish. With a little scrappy notebook there. And this is a drawing card. Oh, I got a few pieces from a journal that I won, and I was using those in here. Actually, I only had a few, and I think I used them all in here. I put them all in here as ephemera. So this was sent to me by someone else. I'm going to say in Happy Mail or in that journal that I won. But a cute little kind of faux postcard there, printed postcard. None of the things I made or put in here are printed, except for the things I got from that little couple things like that I got from that other journal that I won. So here we have a nice page from another little journal that I took apart that had this postal and map theme. Has lines on both sides and pretty colors. Little flip out, and we put this little cluster on here together. This is from an old, this page right here is from an old, I think this is the one from an old phone book. Little cluster right here. And I just folded over the edge here instead of cutting it off. That way I have two layers there, and it kind of strengthens that edge. This is the Chinese paper I've been putting in my last few vintage journals. This page from a decorator or craft type book here. Little tab on there, whale tail tab, music paper, and on a couple of the pages that are older like this, and you see they're browning and you can tell they're really old, I put one of my strips that I sew together. You know, I sew together my scrap strips in threes, so there's always three sewn together. Anyway, I put one of those on a few of the pages in here just to, you know, you can use that to grab onto and protect the edge of this paper, this old type paper, so it doesn't get damaged. And this page is a page from, this is from that 8x8 scrapbook paper pad I showed you. It's a little bit shorter, as you can see, less wide. But I put an envelope on here. This is an actual old envelope from 1946. And in here I put, the flap is tucked inside there. And then this is a tag that I had made from Book Pages. It has piano roll paper on the back also. This is a sticker that I put on some of these from my what is it? The sticker book. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's a sticker book. One of those. Let me grab it real quick. I have it right here. Okay, antiquaire. I was thinking antique, but I couldn't think of the exact name, and I was thinking biblio, whatever. So yeah, it's this one here that Maria had sent me. This as a gift one year for my birthday, and yeah. So some of the stickers are from here, and that's what that one was from. That one that was on that tag. Okay, so this is a little on this page here. This is a. I'm trying to think of what this is from. Chapter 3. I'm not sure. It's from one of my old books. Anyway, it has a page flip over here. So you can use it as is and flip it back over the page, or you can glue it down here like this and have a writing spot on this page. And you could also just glue, say here, 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 and have a tuck spot, or here, here, here on, you know, on this bottom piece, and have a tuck spot in the top. So I have just clipped that on there, so you can, whoever gets it, can do what they want with it. Now my paper clips are decorated that are in here, so those are fun. So this is the cover I put in here actually from one of the Chinese paper books that I've been using. You know those little papers? They have the pretty flower illustrations and things. This is actually the cover, so I thought that would be fun to use up. And so I made a little pocket on this side. We've got a little cluster here. This is the little cluster we did together with the bingo piece and the little inspected by 8 there. Oops. Little tag here, my serial number tags. That's a little mini one. This was a jelly print. This was made from a jelly print page or paper. and that come out neat. And then a tag there you can write on the back. And this is a little journaling card. This is a picture or a page from a Reader's Digest here. This is actually from a Reader's Digest. And it's backed with, I guess it's a couple of book pages put together. And then this is piano roll paper on the back. And it's sewn around with some zigzag stitching there. So another page this is from the work basket. Tim Holtz paper here in the middle, and we put these buttons on together, pearl and a little red flower button I found in my vintage button jar. And so back half of this, the work basket, that's the paper or the cover from the Chinese paper book. And then this is one of my envelope journaling cards, ledger paper on this and scrapbook paper on that side. And this is a picture that I printed. This is the only thing I printed out in here myself because I can't find black and white pictures at a reasonable price, so I printed some out and I have some in my stash. This is a little drawing card, piano roll paper on the back, napkin, pretty napkin on the front, and then in between is book pages, and it's sewn around, zigzag stitched around. So yeah, same papers as we just saw. There's a little tab right here. And if I felt like it needed reinforcing in the middle, I used some pretty washi tape on these older pages, older, more delicate pages. Here I have clipped a pretty little card that you can use for journaling. I believe it's blank inside. Yes, it came with this pretty little yellow envelope. It is a Hallmark card. It's right there. So a pretty little envelope. It has this pretty little pattern and picture on the front there. And so you can use it for journaling, or if you, like, say you wanted to use it as it is and for journaling or whatever, maybe you want to use it for, it says thank you right there. Maybe you want to use it for a little thank you note and give to someone. But you can cover that up with a sticker or something if you don't like the thank you right there. But anyway, I love it the way it is, so I just had it clipped there. As a nice, pretty piece of ephemera for this journal. Here's that Chinese paper. And a phone book. Little cluster here. And then the back page of this signature, we've got a cluster here that we made, and we left it as a tuck spot. And put these 3 little pieces in here, 2 tags and a little kind of, it's made out of music paper, a little label there. So just 3 fun pieces for someone to do something with. And then a fabric. You can use this as a bookmark or a journaling card, whatever you want. You can add to it. You can add some decoration on here. You could add a little ribbon to it. You know, just punch a hole and add a ribbon to it if you want. But you can also use this as a tuck spot if you want to glue it down somewhere like that. Put glue here, here, and here, and then have a tuck spot on this side. So I picked out a color that I thought would go with this journal. And this is one of the bird journaling card that I love so much with the silhouettes of the birds. And this is the little original, actually, note from that other journal I was talking about that I won. This is actually an original note with original handwriting here. So just 1 second. Okay, so I had a little interruption. We're watching my son's dogs, and somebody came in the house, and you know what happened. So they're gone now. Okay, so we were done with this page, and on to our second signature. And see how pretty that paper is. You can decorate this, and I left it for whoever gets it to decorate how they want. But I did, this is the spine from this journal, and I made it into a bookmark or whatever. But I think it was really a pretty, as charming as the cover is. The wear on here says Our Nation Begins, and it has a little, like, maybe a log cabin, or does it have that picture on the front? Yeah, kind of like this picture right here. Right there, and then has a little bit of something right here about maybe the author and everything, and a little label down here. But anyway, really charming old spine there, and So, and it was in, I consider that in good condition because some of them are, I can't do anything with them, or some of them don't even have their spines. It's just empty, the spine's gone and you just see the underneath part. But anyway, I put some Tim Holtz paper on the back here. It's just one solid strip here. Feels like there's a, what is that? I don't know. Anyway, it feels like I put together two pieces of paper, but, oh, it was folded. That's what it was. If you feel it and you feel something there, it was a folded. It was from this right here. It was folded, and I cut a strip. That's the strip I cut out right there, and this was like that, so you feel the fold there. Anyway, and I sewed around it, and then just put a little eyelet right there, and this little piece of jute twine here. Thought that went with the kind of worn charm rusticness of this journal. So on to our second signature. This Tim Holtz paper is pretty double-sided paper. We put this little label on together. This is another sticker from that book. Looks like, reminds me of Red Riding Hood, but I don't know if it's supposed to be Red Riding Hood. It probably is. It looks like there's a wolf there, but old book pages put together, sewn around with the piano roll paper there. And this is another little note, actually original note from that other journal. So it was in a little envelope there, and I'm using, like, the envelopes are glued down and things, and I thought, oh, this is just a cute little note. I'm not going to keep this in here for myself. I'm going to put it in one of my journals, so that is what I did. Put all those little pieces in here, and this is a journaling card, and that's a pretty napkin. Book pages, a base, and sewn around piano roll paper on the back. Got a little cluster there, and a little cluster here, and clipped on here is a little drawing card I made out of an index card. Little applique flower on the top. And this is some old English, I think this is from an English book, very old English book page. You see the washi there, and then I put one of my little strips on the side to strengthen that. Page from the Decorator / craft book tab there. I've got an envelope here, and in here is a little tag. There's an actual original little price tag there I used in this little collage here from, I don't know, it looks like it may say pennies, I'm not sure. But it's an old price tag that I got, it came on something from a thrift store. I was like, oh, I have to save that. Just a second. Sorry about that. They came back in the house, I guess. They're getting ready to leave, and she was barking before. Now, I think they came back in for something. Hopefully they're gone. They're getting ready to go out, but for a while. But hopefully they're gone. Anyway, back to the flip through. I'm sorry, guys. It's life, right? So, Chinese paper here. This is work basket. That little baby. This is about crocheting here. Crochet information there. And then this is music paper, or handbook paper. Again, I turned over that piece there so I wouldn't have to cut it off and strengthen that edge. Scrapbook paper in the middle, double-sided Tim Holtz. Oh, look, I forgot to put something on there. I can't believe that. Just a second. I didn't mean to miss that, but I just grabbed my button jar, and a little button called out to me, and there it is. I just put this on here. It's a old metal button, and the string goes through here. I just tied it right there. So very cool. Anyway, on we go to the back half of this signature. Music. These are some advertisements on this side of that page from the work basket. It's neat to look at those old advertisements. And the Chinese paper, the Decorator, little file folder here that I make out of scrapbook paper. So you can write on there and use that for journaling. You can always glue it down, make a pocket, whatever you want to do. Some edging here on this delicate old paper from the English book. I put a little flower here. This one, I was getting ready to put my flowers away, and this one, I don't know if it popped out of there or it called to me, but it was so perfect, the colors. I said I have to put this somewhere, and I put it right there. So it's gorgeous little It blends so well with these colors. This is a little envelope packet I've been putting into my journals as long as I have them. So you can do what you want with it, but this is a little envelope, cardstock craft colored with it. Has a little note paper inside, I believe. It has this little flower, some jute twine, and this little note also that you can do something with. You can put it in here, glue it down, and make a secret writing spot, whatever you want to do, but it is there for you to do what you wish. The next page here, and this is an envelope that I made from, this is a page from a Reader's Digest, and it has this lady. That's a lady in case you can't see what it is, but that's a little lady there. And so do I have anything inside? Yes, I do. I have some tags. Little tags that you can make into something if you want. You can decorate them, put little strings on them. But there's 3 tags in there for you to have fun with. Let's see. There she is. Little tab here. I think there's 4 tabs like these papery tags that I put 2 in each signature. Little cluster here. The last page and pocket here with this. I added this after the video where we decorated. I finished decorating, so this is one thing that I put on after the video. This little tag is, these are both Tim Holtz, I believe, so this is a little Tim Holtz piece here. And then I added a little paper doll right there, so cute. And then, let's see, let's do these first. This is from that other journal, another one of these little printed postcards. It's a really pretty one. And that's distressed around, really pretty. And this is wrapping paper journaling card. It's sewn around with red thread. And it's backed with file folder. And this is an envelope that I collaged with just different things, all scraps and little pieces. So you can see it's collaged on both sides, and even the flap with different pieces. And in here I have an old postcard. Oh, you know what? It almost, I just realized that little house almost matches the house. This is a water grist mill or whatever, water with a water wheel, looks like. But look at this. I just, look. I didn't realize it matches the cabin. Oh my goodness. It's so weird how things like that happen. Let me see on the bookmark too. See, little cabin. And there's little cabin. That was just pure coincidence. I just realized that I just picked this out because it's old and it's a pretty little black and white postcard. It's written on. It looks like, I guess it was never mailed or the stamp came off or something. I don't know. This is the way I got it. No, well, there's a date right here. Copyright 1933, actually. And most of them don't have that date on there, so that's really cool that this one has a date, but 1933. And it's just greetings from so-and-so, you know, it has their names here, and then it was addressed. But I can't tell if it was ever mailed because there's no stamp there. And so, you know, I mean, I guess the stamp could have fallen off, but I don't know. Anyway, that's the way I received it. So, perfect. A little ending here to this journal, and to have that in here with all the little cabins, I guess, that I didn't even realize. This little pocket here I put in the back. So if you take those out, this flips up, and you can journal in here if you'd like. There's a little pocket. This I made on video a good while ago. And what this is the stamps that I have, old vintage stamps that I have, that I just stamped on here. You can see that one is red, and there's some black ones. They say draft, received, copy, confidential. Anyway, I just stamped that pattern on there myself with my own rubber stamps that I've collected from various places, you know, thrifted. That's a little tag there, and it's a little piece you can use to decorate something. You know, it's just a little painted background with some butterflies. And these are actually, let's see, this one's I think this middle one's wallpaper. And I think they all might be wallpaper, but I know that middle one, I think that one is. You can tell by the texture, and I don't remember, but I think these are too. Anyway, cute little piece there. And that is the journal. So again, you just flip that around there when you want to close it up. And as I always say with these closures, you can make these bigger if you needed to later on. You can make this loop bigger. Just, it's a double knot, so just take that double knot out and make the lower the the double knot down to here or whatever, wherever you need it, and you can make that bigger. But anyway, I just put in here just a couple things really. I wanted to put in, since there's no, I don't know if you noticed, but there's no coffee dyed paper pages in here. So in case you wanted to make some writing spots or even just craft with some coffee dyed paper, I put a couple pieces of my coffee dyed paper in here. And then a couple of pieces that didn't, that I would have liked to put in there, but I just kind of ran out of room. I kind of put a lot in all the pockets and, a lot of clip-ins. So this is one of my vintage Uno scorecard sheets. And then here's one. I went ahead and put this one in here too. It's a used one. It's a little more worn. It's just got a little writing there, but the back of it hasn't been written on. So, and it's a little, had a little tear. This is just the way I received it. So I folded it and put it in here. And then there's a couple pieces of note paper that you can use and glue down on a page, and you make writing spots with those too. Well, one little scrap, which is the paper I used in that inside back, and then two of these, the first and second layer of this guest check. I went ahead and put that in here too, and those are fun too. You can back these with some cardstock, like even just file folder or white cardstock or something, and make these into journaling cards and decorate them, or you can just glue them down on a page if you need a writing spot, whatever you want to do, or you can put it on cardstock and then glue it down, whatever you want to do, and make a pocket behind it. But so many things you can do with, a lot of different things. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this vintage journal, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day. And of course, this will be in my shop when you see this video, unless it's already sold. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day.